So I just watched the videos that were assigned to us this week. And the first question that was asked was, do I feel like the videos were a good representation of what I thought a therapy session would look like? And after seeing both of the videos, I feel like they were both pretty much exactly what a therapy session would look like between the client and the counselor. Um, some of the characteristics that both of the therapists shown throughout the session were they both had great eye contact with the client the whole time. They were very respectful. They sat at the end of the chair and like had good posture. They weren't slouched in the back, um, acting like they didn't care or weren't listening. Um, they both asked open ended questions at the beginning of the session. And both of the counselors pretty much let the client lead the discussion. They just came back with repeating what was said from the client and then asking questions about how the client felt about that or what they thought about that. Neither one of the counselors made the client seem like their feelings were invalid or what they said was crazy, which I think is very important. Like, even if you think, why does she feel like that? Like, that's just insane or whatever. Like, you don't show that to the client. So that was great, like, on both counselors' ends on the videos. I feel like I drifted more to the second counselor, just a little bit more than the first. They were both really good, and I would probably see either one of them. But I loved that the second counselor gave the client homework. And I know that that probably isn't something that happens like every session, but if I'm the client, I need some motivation. And if you just tell me, like, try to do this, like, I might try to do it, but it's probably going to get pushed to the back burner. But if it's like true, like, homework, like, I know she's not getting graded on it, but it was just a great way to say, like, hey, I want you to do this week. Let's push you. Let's, get you going in the right direction. In the book, it talks about how the counselor is supposed to walk alongside the client. And I feel like that counselor was definitely showing that he cared by saying, hey, let's do this next week. And when you come back, I want to hear about it. I want to know about it. And there's no failing there. It's just you putting one foot in front of the other foot and getting yourself out there. I think they both listen well, and listening is huge being a counselor. One thing that I was kind of blown away by both counselors was the fact that neither one of them were like taking notes during the session, and maybe that is the part of like being respectful and like giving the client your whole attention. But I don't know if I could have a session for 45 minutes to an hour and not jot down any notes, because I feel like I would forget something important, or I might write something down wrong. Because they both talked about at the very beginning about, they gave them like a recap of the session before. And so just like having everything in my mind just isn't gonna work for me. I need to have like, whether it's like my computer typing it or like a notepad and just jotting like little things down. Um, so that is like my one huge question. Like, how do you not take notes during a session? Or are you recording it? Because that could be a great way as well. But do you also have time to like go back and listen to the whole session later on? So yeah.